Welcome to the weekly review for Week 12 for the Freedom Fantasy League. The weeks that have passed are 12. Time to look inside yourself to see the truth of your season. Is your team a high scorer or one filled with horror? Asking God, what's the reason? All right, on to the match scores for Week 12. All right, form, blazing sword, sliced and diced blitz, 157.35 to 107.58, completing the clean sweep of blitz. After handing Snake Eyes his second loss of the season, Blitz was barely able to break 100 points as he had 4 players score single digits and only one, his quarterback, score over 20 points. It was a down week for sure, but that's how the pendulum of fantasy football is supposed to swing, right? From hero to zero to hero to zero. But for some, it stays on one of those for far too long. Form, blazing sword, benefited from Blitz's rotten luck, considering his 157.35 points would have only beaten one other team, in the league this week. Blitz has the already playoff bound The Doc next, and Form Blazing Sword will be fighting for his playoff life as co-commissioner and commissioner clash next week. Blue Hair White Dragon pooed out TGMP 166.94 to 122.45, finishing the season sweep of her son. Blue Hair White Dragon's team made up for 3 of her players scoring single digits by having 4 of her players way overachieving expectations. Despite this, there was one player who brought home the win for BHWD. That's MVP was none other than her kicker. Her kicker, Will Lutz. Leading the team with the most points of the week with 33.15. TGMP is just having a confusing and frustrating fantasy football experience in 2024. Last week, Jared Goff scored over 70 points on his own. This week, he couldn't even score 25. Super duper stars Tyreek Hill and Christian McCaffrey combined for 21.6 points. Again, Hill and CMC 21.6 points together. Nothing went right for the Pooh in Week 12, with the majority of his players underperforming and the others just barely hitting their performance expectations. The Pooh is limping, but still in the playoff race as he takes on the Gut, who is now in the role of spoiler. And Blue Hair White Dragon will look to take on Saquon Barkley and the Super Mariota brothers next week. Snake Eyes proved that the rumors were true, as a roster mostly comprised of his bench players disbarred the Doc 246.65 to 191.45. Again, listen to me. Snake Eyes got almost 250 points from mostly his bench. Almost every single player exceeded expectations, most doubling them with his quarterback and defense alone scoring 108.15 points. That's amazing considering that his defense is attached to arguably the worst and most disappointing team in the NFL right now, the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Don't ask. That's 46.5 points from the what's that smell Dallas Cowboys defense. We'll see if Snake Eyes is using up all of his good luck in the regular season as he cruises to the finish line, already clinching a playoff spot. The Doc can also relax as he has also clinched a playoff spot. Which leads us to the match of the week. So this week's match of the week, didn't seem that interesting at first. But as the match started, the mood all changed. The Gut came firing out of the gate, having his ferocious stack of Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton, both that went undrafted and were picked up from the pool, go off for a combined 70.85 points. Putting Mom Spaghetti back on her heels. Josh Jacobs contributed 37.6 points, putting even more distance between the Gut and Mom Spaghetti. Spaghetti did have Nick Chubb finally hit in the 20s when he was playing in the 20s, running hard against the Steelers in that Thursday night snow game. Add that scary Terry McLaurin went off for 31.7 points, and the reigning champ was holding her own, limping, but not out. However, 4 of her players barely produced. Yeah, with 3 of them only scoring in single digits. The Gut wasn't having much better luck, but was scoring enough to stay ahead. At the end of the Sunday slugfest, the Gut sat with a 157.55 to 106.5 lead, with heating up wide receiver Quentin Johnston to hold the lead against Mom Spaghetti J.K. Dobbins, Justin Tucker, and Lamar Jackson, which made for an exciting Monday Night Football game. As the bastardized Phil Collins song ended, hope switched to nervousness as the Chargers kept feeding J.K. Dobbins, making it look like he was going to be the storyline of the game. Lamar Jackson wasn't connecting on his long bomb targets, and the Chargers defense just kept him in check. Yeah, by the end of the half, the win probability changed from heavily favored for Mom Spaghetti to 50-50. Yeah, so increasing the tension was the news that J.K. Dobbins went into the locker room at halftime and eventually never returned, only contributing 9.9 points to the fight, which was well below expected. Yeah, the Gut no doubt was cautiously optimistic, since Quentin Johnston only got a couple of targets in the first half, which was below his norm, so it was only a matter of time before he contributes, especially since one of the targets in the first half was a long bomb touchdown pass that he couldn't hold on to. Yeah, so look good. Yeah, so as the second half started, the roller coaster ride of fantasy football hit full stride, as right on the back of the Dobbins news, Lamar Jackson started hitting for long passes, including a touchdown. Yeah, Quentin Johnston predictably was more involved coming out of the half, getting pass after pass expertly placed by Justin Herbert right into his hands of Johnston, which he dropped and dropped and dropped. They look like strong hands. Right? Yeah, as I watched this happening, all I could hear was that quote from the first speaking football video game ever. You remember that, everybody? It was on the Sega Genesis. Yeah, Joe Montana's football. He drops it, all over and over and over again for Quentin Johnston. Midway through the third was when Justin Tucker hit a long field goal to put Mom Spaghetti up by 2 points. It became obvious that the magic pill that Quentin Johnston took a couple of weeks ago must have worn off, since in this game his hands morphed back into pans, and it was so bad that he couldn't even catch a cold. Waka. By the end of the game, the equation was obvious. Johnston's goose egg for the Gut, plus Lamar Jackson's picking up and even scoring another touchdown, equals Mom Spaghetti souring the Gut, 172 to 157.55. Hope you guys are enjoying this little cameo from Motley. It's crazy, right? Yeah. What a frustrating and disappointing loss for the Gut, which he responded by rage dropping Quentin Johnston right after the game. So, if any of you are interested in an athletic wide receiver that hears Snoop Dogg playing in his head when the ball's thrown to him,
drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it.
He's available. Yeah, Mom Spaghetti will look to secure a playoff spot as she takes on first place Snake Eyes, and the Gut will look to play spoiler as he takes on TGMP. All right, that moves us on to the blowout of the week. Yeah. See, Molly don't like the blowout of the week. Yeah, you know why? Because check it out, you'll see. That didn't last long, did it? That didn't last. Yeah, after a 1 week reprieve. Yeah, from being in the blowout of the week, oh my gato, returns in the usual way. Having a player on the other team have a career day. I'm not kidding. It's an every week occurrence at this point. Seriously, 2 weeks ago, check it out. 2 weeks ago, it was Lamar Jackson and Jamar Chase combining for over 153 points, the both of them, right? Okay, last week, it was Jared Goff going off for 73.7 points, and only due to the mercy of God was I able to pull out the win. And this week, it was Saquon Barkley going for an earth-shattering 75.7 points. Yeah, you heard that. 75.7 points. So, you see what I'm talking about, man? It's amazing. One person, me. Yeah. It's like, but good news. Good news is that I'm playing against Nico Collins. So, hey, Texans fans, looks like Nico Collins is going to have a career day this week. So, get excited. Holy mackerel. All right, so with that, Saquon Barkley and the Saquon... Okay, yeah, let me get back to the lecture at hand. Yeah, so with that, Saquon Barkley and the Super Mariota brothers got the blowout of the week over Oh My Gato, 242.88 points to 177.86 points, having a 65.02 margin of victory. Yeah, there's no humiliation in this defeat for me, though. Yeah, I consciously decided to go without a kicker, all right? Because I had Younghoe Koo on a bye, and I was like, you know what? It's a kicker. So even with him on bye, my team was able to score 177.86 points. So that was well above the projected 149.14 points, all right, that I was supposed to get. So I'm happy. I'm not really upset. I mean, I'm mad. I'm not happy that I lost, and by such a grandiose thing, but a grandiose way. But Saquon Barkley was amazing to see. Two 70-yard touchdowns. Two. God. Well, at some point, it was like, you know what, it's whatever, man. You know, just sometimes you just, all right. It is what it is, man. Yeah. Anyway, in fact, okay, I would actually, my team would have beaten 5 other teams in the league, but the aforementioned anomaly, yeah, just won't stop haunting me. Yeah, these players having career days just won't go away. But let's be fair, though. It wasn't all Saquon, though. Super Mariota brothers, I wanted to applaud this, right? He made a move that really looked insane at the time, all right? But turned out to be one of the best big-brained moves since Blitz played Jerry Jeudy and Christian Watson last week, which both exploded. Yeah, is there any wonder that they're father and son? Yeah, so basically this is what he did. He sat Kareem Hunt versus the Carolina defense, who are the easiest matchup for running backs, and put in disappointing wide receiver Jalen Waddle. I'm telling you, man, whenever I saw that, I was like, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. I was like, woo! You know, I need that since I don't have a kicker. Well, let's see what happened. The decision was mind-blowing, everybody. Waddle exploded for 36.9 points as the lead running back for the Kansas City Chiefs, with the best matchup in the league, only scored 14.2 points. Yeah, now I understand 14.2 points, that's not anything to spit at, but that's a 22.7 point difference, everybody. I mean, that was just an incredible move by Saquon Barkley and the Super Mariota brothers. So I just wanted to applaud that because I just thought that was incredible and it's a great move. It needs to be, I saw it and I wanted to recognize it. All right. Oh my God, to me, I will look to keep my playoff hopes alive as I take on the Form Blading Sword. And Super Mariota brothers will hope that Saquon Barkley can keep his winning streak alive. Yeah, as he takes on Blue Hair, White Dragon. All right, okay. Yeah, crazy, right? Let's move on to the rankings after Week 12. Number 1, after proving that his bench is better than the rest of us, Snake Eyes sits above us all with a fantastic 10-2 record. He's driving, right? He's got the driving record, 10-2, right? Yeah, his amazing season will continue as he already has clinched a playoff spot. In second place, sitting at second, and also coasting to the postseason with an 8-4 record, Blue Hair White Dragon. Number 3, the final team to clinch a playoff spot despite losing this past week with a 7-5 record, the Doc retains his third place standing. Excuse me. Yeah, little bit of a that's a big problem. Yeah, he retains his third place standing. In 4, jumping up one spot with an even 6-6 record, Mom Spaghetti sitting in 4th. With the past week's loss, Blitz drops to 5th with a 6-6 record. And in 6th, after his dominating win, Saquon Barkley and the Super Mariota brothers are in 6th with a 6-6 record. By the way, Super Mariota brothers is doing all this while juggling a job, a wife, and 2 babies. All right, great job, Mark. Seriously, man. You need to be applauded, brother. It looks like you're on your way to the playoffs and you're juggling all that. I know it seems like chaos around you, but you're doing great, man. Keep it up. All right. So, number 7, moving up a rung in the playoff ladder. Yeah, Form Blazing Sword sits also with a 6-6 record. In 8th, dropping down a spot. Yeah, and barely holding on to a playoff spot. Oh My Gato sits with a 5-7 record. Number 9, staying put in 9th place, TGMP sits with a record of 4-8, but is still very much in the playoff chase. And number 10, with a record of 2-10, but with the fighting spirit that helped build this great country the way it is, the music to our ears, the Gut is in 10th place. All right, let's move on. Okay, before we end the review, it's time to call out some teams for some embarrassing situations with the segment we like to call Oops, I Shit My Pants. All right, we'll start off with me, the commissioner. Oh My Gato. Yeah, for starting Jaden Reed over TJ Hawkinson, who scored 3 times as many points as Reed. Here's a bellow from below from the commissioner. Saquon Barkley and the Super Mariota brothers, yeah, they had their Huggies so full that not even a power mushroom could help him jump as he dropped 2 loads into his Huggies this week. One for starting Deebo Samuel Sr. over Keenan Allen, who scored almost 6 times higher than Deebo. And another log was dropped when he started Jonathan Taylor over Kareem Hunt, who scored almost 3 times as many points as JT. Blitz. Yeah, Blitz gets one. Yeah, listen to this. Tell me if any of us would have made this move. Yeah, he gets one for starting Justin Jefferson and his single digits over Michael Pittman Jr., who scored almost 3 times higher than Jefferson. Here comes the blitzing of the boxers. Everyone would have known to make that move, right? Yeah, okay, all right. Let's be honest. That one was for the bit. Yeah, since no one, and I mean no one, would have started Michael Pittman Jr. over Justin Jefferson. All right. Thanks for being a good sport, Tony. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, all right. Moving on. Last one. There was a worrisome stench coming from the Gut as he started Quentin Johnston over Jacoby Myers, who not only scored 25 points higher than Johnston's goose egg, but if he would have started Myers instead of Johnston, he would have won the match. Time to get the plunger when he made that decision. What the hell? You get 2, man. That was a pretty bad one. All right. Okay, all right. Let's move on. Well, we get a reprieve from the bye weeks. Yeah, in week 13, but watch out for week 14, everybody. Yeah, that last bye week is a doozy. All right, so that wraps up the Week 12 review. But before we close, all right, I wanted to make sure and say that I am very thankful for each and every one of you. Yeah, I hope that you're having a fun time playing in the Freedom League and you enjoy these videos and know that the most fun that I have is playing this game I love with each and every one of you. Yeah, so in this time of giving thanks, the co-commissioner Steve and I want to give you guys a great big thank you for helping make this league the fun and special event that it is. Yeah, it wouldn't be what it is without you guys. Yeah, I know that you mean a great deal to us, and thank you so much for playing. So from co-commissioner Steve and I, we hope that you and your families each have a safe and very happy Thanksgiving. All right. So, with that, congratulations to the winners, consolations to the losers, and see you guys and gals next week. And of course, in honor of co-commissioner Steve, my bro, stay strong, be of good courage, and long live the Republic. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.